Hey guys, thanks for hopping on. I just wanted to ask a big favor for everybody if they could just like and follow the video. And if you can head over to my YouTube channel, it's One Fun Guy Podcast. It should pop right up. I had my buddy who's actually going to be on Wednesday night do that for me. So what I wanted to talk about real quick tonight, guys, is some of you have reached out and said that you have some questions that you wanted to ask me for my guest, Paul, that's going to be on Wednesday night. If you guys have any of those questions and there's specific questions that you want to ask either about law enforcement, mental illness, stress, related factors to that of, feel free to reach out. We're going to talk as much as we can about certain subjects. So I just basically want it to be a fun show, but it's also going to be a little bit more serious because we are going to delve into some things that are kind of uncomfortable for people to talk about. So with that being said, if you have specific questions, there's two ways to do it. You can either send me a message via Messenger on Facebook, or you can send it to my email, which is onefunguypodcast@gmail.com. Those are generally the two ways. For YouTube, guys, like I said, I need 50 followers to be able to do shorts, and I need 100 followers to be able to do lives. It's hard to edit videos on YouTube with, obviously they want viewership, which is understandable. Right now, unfortunately, I just don't have that type of following yet. So if everybody watching this can just go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe, that's all you really need to do. If you don't have a YouTube channel already, I don't know if you are able to subscribe without setting one up, so I understand that. But if you have one, it's just one click of a button, guys. It would really, really help do this. So again, for Wednesday night, if you have a specific question you want answered, please feel free to reach out and ask me. Again, when we do the lives, it's hard to talk and read the screen at the same time for comments. Obviously, I love everybody's input and I want everybody to be involved in it. It's just hard when you're talking about a specific thing to look at a question, break that, or remember it for later. So it's difficult to do. I will do my best to do that when we're live, but it's just hard to do that. I would rather have the questions basically be asked so that way we can address them as we're live. If that makes any sense. I kind of have a direction of how I want this one to go. Some of the podcasts in the future are going to be, like I said, business owners. I've been asked a couple times now to from different groups that I'm in on Facebook to talk about my truck. I have a Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. The thing is awesome, so they want me to talk more about that. There's a couple other people that have basically reached out and said, hey, can you talk about this subject? So like I said, I'm fortunate that I know enough people to be able to get guests on. Like I said before, when I was talking to Crystal, I think I have 49 now people that I have like on my list of who I want to be a guest, and I think now I'm up to 17 confirmed. So it's growing and it's going to be good. Obviously, without your support and your viewership and all the help that I've gotten, I wouldn't have been able to do this. So thank you. It really, really helps me out. Like I said, I don't know what the future is going to hold in this. I enjoy doing it. So for me, it's just something fun that I could do. I like talking to people. I always have. I just like having conversations. I don't want to press certain issues for people if they're uncomfortable. Obviously, that's not the point of this, is to, it's not an interview style podcast. I don't want to have a list of 100 questions and I start at 1 and I end at 99. I want it to be more of a conversational. Obviously, there will be some things that I'm going to ask people, about, like tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us if you own a business, what you do. We'll try to hit as much likes, interest, hobbies, things like that. But I kind of want the conversation just to flow as if we were at a bar having some drinks. Obviously, there's no interview type process when you're there. You're not asking people, the hard life questions. And I don't want to do that here. Like, there's enough in the world of, people dealing with certain things. This is going to be fun. This is going to be cool. Hey, Ralph. And I don't know if I said hi to Kim. I saw her pop on, but I was just kind of focusing on my thought process for this. But again, guys, this is going to be a fun style conversation type podcast. Now, if you have any type of critiques that you can give me, if you want me to do something different, or if you'd like to see something differently done, if you want, obviously, I know Rose, when we were live, said I should change my backdrop. Right now, this is what I have. This is kind of my setup. Obviously, having 4 cabinets behind me is not the best ideal situation for a studio type setup, but it's what I'm working with. I don't have anything else right now. So other than a spare wall, this is kind of what I'm using. So certain things like that are out of my control. But some people said, hey, make more eye contact with the camera. Some people are like, hey, don't focus on the camera so much. Just talk to your guests, focus on them. So if there's anything that you guys want me to do or try, this is all new to me. So I don't know. When Crystal goes live to do her business stuff, she's focused in on the cameras, the comments, the concerns, things of that nature. Mine's a little bit different. I see them come up, but they're not like in order. They're kind of sporadic. So unless I have my iPad here where I have the show on and I can see them pop up nice and big, sometimes I don't get to them. So if there are certain things that you guys want to see changed, that I could change myself, please feel free to reach out. Tell me if there's something that's going to make things easier. If my audio is different, if my sound is weird, if I'm glitching, if I'm, anything like that would help. But certain physical things for right now, unfortunately, I can't change. Do I want a different backdrop? Yes, I'm working on that now. I'm toying with some ideas. So I have some things that I'd like to do. But if there's anything that I can do myself, if you want me to talk louder, if you want me to slow down, if you want me to not move around so much, I can try to do those things. But as far as like physical things on the podcast, I have no control over that as of right now. I'm working on some setup things. I'm luckily that I have enough friends that can help me move stuff around. I'm kind of limited as to my mobility of what I can do as far as like lifting things and moving things around. I'm unfortunately not physically capable of doing that. So the setup is going to be this way for now. Like I said, if there's any questions, comments, or concerns about the podcast, guys, I'm all ears. I like ideas. I'm up for that. If you have anything, like I said, either judgment, critiquing, things I'm doing, if you don't like something, if you like something, let me know, because the more I can make it fan friendly for you guys, I'm going to try my best to do that. The camera is kind of a weird setup because I am using my iPhone to record. And it is, like I said, it's not the most ideal setup, guys. Obviously, I don't have hundreds or thousands of dollars to go get professional photography equipment. I wish I did. I don't. So I'm using the stuff I have. I had the idea that I pondered about, that somebody had mentioned about maybe getting a phone that doesn't have anything on it or isn't attached to anything except the internet, and recording that way. That's a great idea. That way I can do 2 platforms at once. However, I don't have that yet. So as things start to roll and they come in, and people have been very gracious about saying, hey, you can use this, you could have that, you can, awesome. If you guys have anything you could suggest that's relatively inexpensive that would make my life for this podcast a little bit easier, again, I am all ears. Like I said, there's a few ways to reach me. You can do it on Facebook Messenger. You can do it at my email, which is onefunguypodcast@gmail.com. If you have my cell phone number, shoot me a text if that's an option for you. Obviously, not everybody is, on Facebook has that luxury. So there are ways to reach me. Again, topics of discussion have been very, very wide ranged. Like I said, there's guys in my truck group that want me to talk about my truck. There's people that want me to talk first responders about certain issues. I have no problem opening up about things that have happened in my career, things that I've done, seen, but I don't know how comfortable my guest would be talking about it. So if they are fine with it, that's awesome. We can talk about that kind of stuff. If they're like, yeah, I really don't want to touch on that subject, I'm not going to force them to do that. We'll talk about something else. So if you want to be on the podcast, like I said before, shoot me a message. I have a list of people that I have interested in the podcast. If you are one of them, or you've never done this before and you don't know what to expect, I'm in the same boat, guys. This is the 5th time I've gone live myself, and I've done one podcast. So I'm new to this as well. So it's not, nothing here is formal. It's a very informal conversation style type podcast. If you want to be on, or you know somebody who would make a good guest, or you think would make a good guest, feel free to reach out to me and let me know. If I ask them, hey, do you want to be a guest on my podcast? And they say, no, I have no interest in doing it. Awesome. No harm, no foul. Move on to the next one. If they show any interest, say, yeah, what do I need to do? I will explain to them what they have to do. There's not much to it. It's basically how we can set up dates and times. Right now, my schedule is kind of weird that I am really not able to have guests on a specific day and time. So I'm going to their schedule. So if they're like, hey, I could do it Friday at 4 p.m., well, then that's when we're going to go live, at Friday at 4 p.m. Again, I'd like to get some more equipment down the road where I can basically get to the point where I can do pre-records, and then I can edit them and post them at a specific date and time, so everybody knows, hey, Friday night at 9 o'clock is the One Fun Guy podcast. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury to do that now. So I'm going off of availability of my guests that are on my show. So if they say, hey, listen, I have a really tight schedule, I can do Thursday at 1, well, then I'm going to go live Thursday at 1 if I'm available. I'm trying to make this more convenient for all my guests until I get to the point where I can kind of either focus more on this, or we can go into, a bigger type, better scenario. Obviously, that's my goal, guys, is to get it huge. I'm having fun for now. This is great. I've been having fun doing the videos, posting stuff, editing stuff, doing all that kind of crazy stuff that goes along with it. But again, I'm not a pro by any means. There are people that have podcasts that are kind of small and have, a wide variety of people helping them. I don't have that. I'm one person right now. Crystal does a phenomenal job of helping me out. Paul's going to be doing a job, to help me. So that'll be great down the road, just to have an extra set of eyes and ears and arms to do whatever. But as of right now, it's just a one-man show. So I take pride in it. I'm excited to do it. I'm enthusiastic. I'm glad this is happening. But by no means am I a professional, or is this a professional thing. It will be down the road. I pretty much can guarantee that that's going to happen. I will make it to the point where I think I would be able to do this pretty regularly and more consistently with a bunch of stuff. I feel that's going to come. I'm hoping that down the road I get sponsorships. Like I said, I need to really grow my YouTube channel. That's very, very important to me. The more people I get on YouTube, the more I can start dabbling into, hey, do you want to do this, get bigger and better and a more broad range of guests. I would like to get, like I said, guys, there is no right or wrong topic of conversation. I think I mentioned this on my very first live, that the only two things I kind of want to shy away from are politics and religion. Everything else is fair game. Like I said, there's going to be certain subjects where that stuff is going to be brought in, which is fine, but it's not going to be the focus of the show. So I have, like I said, truck enthusiasts, I have gun enthusiasts, I have, different, coffee enthusiasts. I have, some guests lined up that, there's a couple local coffee shops that I've befriended, and I'm hoping that they can come on and be guests. So we'll talk about all that kind of stuff as well. So I do have a wide variety of things that I want to talk about, and the guests I am going to talk about. But basically, guys, the reason for this live was questions or things that you want me to ask Paul on Wednesday night. If there's something specific you want me to talk about, like I said, dealing with PTSD, stresses of the job, coping, talking to professionals, the stigma of that. Paul said he's game to talk about everything. He is a retired law enforcement officer, so he doesn't have as much to worry about, I should say, I guess, in terms of how he answers the questions being out of the field. I don't have that luxury, so like I said, I'll let him do most of the talking about what he does and how he deals with it, and how we deal with it. I will chime in, but if there's anything specific that you want me to ask him, feel free. Like I said, message me on Messenger, onefunguypodcast@gmail.com. I will try to make the show as fun as enjoyable with talking about kind of off sensory topics the best I can. Not every show is going to be, in the direction of how it was with Crystal, based on what we talk about. But my goal is to always make it fun, have laughs, have fun, make it enjoyable. I obviously want you guys to be entertained, so you keep watching me. That's obviously the main focus is of having some type of enjoyment in this. Again, I appreciate all the love and support, guys. I don't want to make this video super long. But thank you for watching me tonight. I really appreciate it. Again, I will just reiterate, my socials are One Fun Guy Podcast on YouTube. It's one.fun.guy1 on Facebook. It's one_fun_guy at Instagram. And TikTok is still Bebe. I'm trying to change that, but I'm new to that platform, so I can't change anything yet. So if you want to find me on social media, that's where to go. And like I said, questions, comments, concerns, critiques, I'm up for everything, guys. Please tell me if I'm doing something wrong, if I'm doing something that annoys you, if the video's not good, if the audio's not good. I try to kind of condense everything I can to make it the most enjoyable show that I can give you. So if there's anything that I can do myself that you want to see, please let me know. I'll do my best to work on it. As far, like I said, as the physical stuff goes, that will happen down the line. But for right now, this is it. So thanks for hopping in, guys. Thanks for liking, following my videos. Sharing is caring, so please share. If you guys can do that for me, that would be awesome. The more reach I have. And again, I don't want to reiterate it, but I'm on Facebook. I'm not going to ask anybody. I'm not going to request friends on Facebook. If you want to be a part of this or you find this enjoyable, feel free to send me a request. I will accept pretty much every friend request just because, like I said, it's all the walks of Facebook. But I'm not going to reach out to anybody. I don't want anybody to feel pressured or that they have to do this. So if you want to support me, just come to me. Friend request me. I will gladly accept it. But I'm not going to reach out to anybody. I just don't want to do that. This is kind of like the quote unquote business page, I guess. It's not really that, but I don't want to ask people to be a part of this and they're like, I don't have any interest in it. So I'm not going to do that. So if you want to be a part of this, like I said, just send me a friend request and we will make that happen. If you can share it with everybody. I know Matt just hopped on. He's going to be my guest the following week. We pretty much have dates and times. So as soon as Paul's show's over with, I'll start posting for Matt. And that'll be a good show. Me and Matt, we've been friends now for 25 years since college. So the math, maybe 23 years or 24 years. We were roommates, fraternity brothers, tons of stories. That show is going to be super, super fun. So like I said, Paul will be the next show Wednesday night, 7 o'clock or 7:30 Wednesday night. That'll be the One Fun Guy podcast here on Facebook Live. And we will basically kind of start and we'll go until we finish. It should be about an hour, give or take. It might be, no, Paul's going to be super fun. The only thing with Paul is that, like I said before, is that we will talk about subjects that are sensitive. So that's kind of where I think the show will still be fun. We'll still laugh. Paul's a riot. If you don't know Paul, he is a super fun guy. The show is going to be great. It's just that the topic matter might be a little bit fun. It's going to be sensitive. So again, no vulgar language or anything like that. It's a sensitive topic that we're going to talk about. But it's going to be super fun nonetheless. Every guest I have on the show is going to be fun. We will have laughs. We will
tell stories. We will have fun. Just topic matter might be different, but Matt, I don't know what we're going to talk about. We might get into some stuff that, who knows where it'll go. It'll just be a really, kind of cool topic that we'll have. Yeah, no vulgar language. We have already accepted that. We got kind of everything. Larry, what's up? I see you hopped on. A couple other people have hopped on. But yeah, there won't be any vulgar language. I mean, obviously we're guys, so we might slip, but it's not gonna be a show like that. It'll be family friendly. Like I said, just the topic matter me and Paul talked about discussing. Hopefully it helps some people. That's kind of what our message is for that. It'll still be lighthearted. It'll still be fun. It'll still be joking. But in that regard, it's basically going to be, like I said, some stuff that we'll talk about as first responders. Nick, what's up, buddy? Man, it's been a while. I will reach out to you. Actually, you'd make a great guest on this show. We should talk later, Nick. I'll send you a message in a little bit. That would be a fun one as too. But we will, like I said, guys, the show is going to be good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be, like I said, it's just going to be one of those type of things where we're new. It's all new to me. And it's obviously new to you guys. Obviously, podcasts have been around, so no matter who you guys watch or, what shows, what podcasts you listen to or stuff like that. But it's new to me, so this means a lot to me that you guys are all, supportive of this, and we're going to keep it growing, and we are going to make big things happen. So I don't want to make this video, guys, super long. I just wanted to say thank you again for all the support. If you could like, share, and follow, that'll be awesome. Larry, I will reach out to you then. If you've been podcasting, you probably have a ton of pointers for me. You've been doing this now for 7 years, so that's, it's going to be a big thing for me. This is all new to me. Like I said, if anybody here is interested in becoming a guest on the podcast or wants to be a guest, just reach out to me. I know some people don't like the idea of like being seen by or camera shy or whatever. That's fine. Unfortunately, like I said, Facebook is the only way I can do this for right now. So, we basically, guys, will be doing a show a week is my game plan. If we could support the channel, that would be great. I'm trying to get everybody over to YouTube. That would be my ideal platform to post and do everything through YouTube. That'll grow. I'm not worried about it. That'll happen. Baby steps, right? But just getting started, having the guests lined up is going to be huge. I will reach out to everybody that I have on my list. But like I said, if you're interested in being on the podcast, just shoot me a message. We'll make that happen. If you don't want to be on the podcast, we could figure out a way to maybe like get you on, but like black out your face or something like that. I don't know how to describe it, but we'll make that happen. So if you want to be a guest and you don't want to be on, you want to be on as a guest, but you don't want to be seen, I guess I should say, we can figure that out. We can definitely make that happen. So guys, with that being said, again, thank you for all the support. I couldn't do it without you. I hope you find some entertainment value in this. Paul will be on Wednesday night at 7:30. It'll be on this channel, the One Fun Guy podcast, and we will go from there. So thank you again. And I really appreciate all the support, guys, and I will see you Wednesday night. Talk to you later.